It's been brought to our attention that some of you don't know what's going on at the Doctor Who festivals in the UK and Australia this November. For that, we apologise. Here's a handy guide in case you were confused. At the Doctor Who festival, you will see stars of the show Peter Capaldi, Michelle Gomez and Ingrid Oliver, amongst others. You won't see an exhibition entitled Everybody Lives, Characters That Have Cheated Death. Mainly because we didn't have the floor space. You will find workshops with lead writer Stephen Moffat and other scribes from Series 9 where you can find out tips for penning your own Doctor Who adventures. You won't find the Doctor's baby photos, TARDIS driving licence or family tree. Got lost in the post. You will see props, sets and costumes hot off your TV screens from Series 9, plus a detailed look behind the scenes of how Doctor Who adventure gets from script to screen with a chance for you to get involved. You won't find a waxwork exhibition of producers past and present, The Lost Moon of Poosh or The Foretold, unless, you know. Plus there'll be special effects demos, cosplay competitions and a chance to play LEGO Dimensions. I played it. That sucked. I'm taking the TARDIS away! Something else you'll definitely see at the festival and throughout Series 9 is the work of Millenium FX, makers of aliens, robots and all manner of squirty gross bits. We went to speak to them at the workshop about how they go about making a Doctor Who monster. So I came to Millenium FX to ask some questions and I found myself in this chair. Kate, what am I doing in this chair?
Well, it wouldn't be Millennium FX if we didn't get something sticky on people who come into this room. So we're going to glue some prosthetics on you and make you a little Dalek puppet.
Oh wow. So can you explain to me what Millenium FX do on Doctor Who?
We do loads of stuff. We do predominantly we do a lot of the monsters, but we sometimes do some character makeups. The work that we do includes sort of creature costume work, animatronics. We do prosthetic character makeups. We do furry things, squishy things, sticky things, big things, small things, everything really.
Seeing as the Zygons are back, how long does something like that, a full body costume, take to make?
Yeah, I mean, I think with the Zygons we had about 6 weeks, which is an absolute luxury for us. But the process is quite complicated because we need to have an actor in and we need to take a full body cast of them in order to sculpt the full creature suit. And we need to have lots of fittings with them and make sure everything fits and is comfortable. And make sure it works as a costume, to make sure that it's reusable. All of that's really tricky and requires sort of technical mold making skills and fabrication skills. The other thing that's really important is making sure that we're as confident in the design as possible, because something like the Zygons people are so fond of from the classic series that we just wanted to make sure that what we made was you know, basically honouring the original but also something cool and interesting and new.
So behind me I couldn't help notice there is an Autoon head and that is 10 years old. So that means Millenium FX have been involved in Doctor Who for 10 years. Am I right?
Yeah, we've been involved in the series since it came back in 2005. So we've been very lucky to stay involved and, you know, to be part of the history and heritage of the modern series.
What's the most challenging thing you've ever had to make?
I mean, that depends on how you look at it. Everything that we do is fun. So, and if they gave us something that was too easy to do, we'd find it too boring anyway. Probably just the most challenging in sort of complexity of build was probably the Skovok Blitzer from the last series. Just simply because it had to walk on all fours, it had to do lots of things, it had to swivel on its axis inside itself, it had to have loads of lights, it had to be, you know, run around and fire lasers and everything. But none of that sounds too complicated. It would have been fine if it was a standalone robot, but we had to put a performer inside and make sure that it was safe. So under the carriage of the Skovok Blitzer, there were massive motors and cogs whirring, and we had to design it so that someone could safely stay in the costume and not get hurt by all those powerful motors.
Wow, well thank you so much for talking to us. I've learned loads and I've been transformed as well.
Nice.
I'm going to get on the tube like this. Thanks to everyone at Millenium FX for a great day out. And for those of you in the UK and Australia, you might meet them in person at the Doctor Who Festival. Tickets are available now from doc2festival.com. Next week we'll be cooking up a time storm with resident Doctor Who baker and Great British Bake Off winner Ed Kimber. So tune in next week to find out what he'll be baking. I hear it involves a lot of blue food colouring. So, just for fun, send us a Doctor Who bakes, whether it's a Sontaran smoothie, a moon egg omelette or pizza pound cake. Let us know. And if you can do better food puns than that, let's face it, it's not hard. Let us know those too. Stick them in the comments below, tweet us at DWTheFanShow and email us at dwthefanshow@bbc.com. And check out these cool Mission Dalek entries in this week's YouTube annotation attack. Full details on how to join Mission Dalek and create your own adventure are available on bbc.co.uk/Doctor Who. Bye!
It's really flattering for a start, but also just to see the detail and how much effort people go to. It is a really ace feeling actually to